Hello, my name is Lee, and this is the review of episode 5 of Star Trek Picard titled Stardust City Rag. Yes, I wrote it down this time. If I look like ass today, it's, well, because I do. I had a busy few days, so I didn't really style myself, so deal with it. I have good news though to all of you who really liked the series and got tired of my, well, not negative reviews, but I was very harsh on the series, especially in last episode, I feel like. But this one, I'm on board now. I'm hooked, and this was a really fun episode of Star Trek in general, and my favorite one of this series so far. I would give it a 4 out of 5. So far, like the running theme in my reviews is I thought it's very polarizing. There's a lot I love and a lot I hate or dislike. It's kind of the same here. Like obviously they were going for more like a very action packed, but also a very fun and I wouldn't say lighthearted because it actually has a lot of dark stuff in it, very dark stuff. But it's more of a, I don't even know how to say it. It's like it deals with dark stuff, but it does so in a very fun way. It's just fun and exciting, is I guess what I will call it. However, it was somewhat awkward. I would call it cringe-worthy at times, especially Picard acting weird. And I thought the scene where the ads pop up, it makes sense that there would be ads in the future. That's something cool to see in the Star Trek universe. It does not make sense that they don't have an ad blocker, but I think it's cute that you can just swipe it away or punch it away. It's cute but also cringe-worthy. And once again, I absolutely hate with a fiery passion the way Agnes, I looked up her name, acts. I dislike her so much. It's like I would rather have 10 Neelixes on the crew than her. Yeah, she pretty much ruins everything single-handedly, almost. Like the series, if I had to judge it as a whole on a scale of 1 to 10 or something, I think 1 point is easily lost just because she's there. But what I do like is Rios. His introduction was awful. They presented him as this really way too cool for everything action guy, or like that was cringeworthy. That was bad. His intro, like when Picard came on the bridge. But everything after that, he acted perfectly fine, like a really cool, legitimately cool human being, and he's fun. He's laid back, relaxed. He obviously has his own stuff. Maybe or probably we'll get to know more about him, like we did with what's her name, Ruffy. Ruffy in this episode. I wrote everything down this time, so that's why this sounds a bit more professional. I initially didn't like Ruffy because, not even because of her as a character, she's fine as a character, but of how not fitting it was in the Star Trek universe to have such a dark life happen on Earth to a Starfleet officer, and like no one gives a shit. That was weird. But I mean, I guess I am more used to the dark Star Trek universe. There's no longer hope, no longer an utopia. Everything is awful. I mean, and that's how TV is nowadays. No one wants to believe in a bright future or something. People get off on knowing that everything will turn to shit. So, and in that context, I actually like what they did. It's not an episode about her. Maybe you could argue it doesn't really fit with the rest of the episode, but A plot, B plot. Wasn't even really a plot. It was pretty much that one scene. But I liked it. It gave the character more depth, And yeah. I'm talking without even looking at my notes, but I'm repeating my notes. So that's good. Seeing Seven was really cool. And we didn't really... wait, let me read that note. Oh yeah, so in Voyager, she got a lot of characterization, but I would argue not a lot of character development. Like, we didn't really see her become a real human, so to speak. Her arc was... She was like a blank slate or something, even. Like the Borg, she was assimilated as a child. That's a big difference to Picard. So Picard had to regain his humanity. And Seven had to even understand what humanity means. Like, she had to work from zero, pretty much. So that was really unique about her as a character in Voyager. I guess the true character development happened once again off screen in those 14 years or whatever it is. That's fine. And in that context, it does make sense that she would, even though we didn't see that in Voyager, like, she wanted vengeance. I hope the recording didn't freak out. Something happened on my screen. Like, she wants vengeance, she wants to protect the weak, and became a Fenris Ranger, whatever that is. Like what do you call it? Vigilante force that at least explains where her ship comes from. Or came from. It makes sense to me personally. It was cool seeing Icheb. I do not know whether he is the same actor as the Icheb from Voyager. I could have looked that up. I didn't. And I also don't know if Maddox has the same actor. I don't think so, if I remember vaguely how the other Maddox looked like. But just noticed that my picture in the background is really scratched up. It makes sense, and Seven was really fun to see. I watch all these episodes with my mom, and she hates Voyager and hates Seven, usually. But she said on her own, I didn't have to force her into saying this. She said, wow, she really liked Seven. And I think coming from her, that's a big compliment to the writers and maybe to the actress. I really like the actress. She does a phenomenal job. What I also like, it's a smaller detail, I guess, the new alien, I did not write this down, Beta something, the reptilian guy. I thought it was a bit cheesy that he always had to growl and make these noises. That was a bit silly, but not bad. It's not criticism. I just wouldn't have done it. It makes it look a bit too cartoony, But we had empaths or telepaths who can sense emotions before. But someone who smells emotions, a reptile who smells emotions and lies and breakfast and maybe even like sickness if you want to have like a doctor of that species in the future or something. That's really cool. I wouldn't say it's super creative, but it's nice. It's unique. We didn't have that before. The alien makeup was good. Could have looked more alien, but Star Trek isn't always about more alien looking, At least it wasn't just forehead alien number 38. So that's a trope I'm okay with breaking as well. Making more creative aliens. That was really fun to see that guy. And his role in the episode. It was action-packed, tense, and had good characterization. That was my summary of this episode here in my notes. Here. Could do it more with my hands, I guess. I would give it a 4 out of 5. Yeah, I had some minor problems And I guess there's just other masterpiece episodes of Star Trek out there that are in a different tier than this one. So I can't give it a 5 out of 5. But a 4 out of 5 means a lot to me for a new Star Trek installment. I guess an episode that came close, maybe? I'm not sure. Was the one episode I liked of Discovery was with Harry Mudd and his time crystal. That was like pretty much I don't know if you want to call it filler, but it was a fun, standalone, silly episode. And that's what I like. And I think, I don't know, I would have to rewatch it, but I don't know if I would give that one a 4 out of 5. But seeing this, that was the most fun I had with new Star Trek. Except with the third J.J. Abrams movie, that one was fun too. So, yeah. I like that one cliche that they still have, that once your blood vessels on your face become like thick or visible, that guy's gonna die. Or worse, like mutation or assimilation. That's a trope in Star Trek for a long time, and I don't know if it's a trope in movies in general. I don't watch many movies or series. But it's so cheesy and ridiculous and stupid, and that's one thing I like. Because it's, a silly little thing. I dislike story tropes that are overdone, but I like the little, visual tropes, I guess you could call it. And that's pretty much all I wrote down about this episode. It's a very short review, but those are my thoughts, and I still stand by my decision to lower previous ratings. I think the first one and this fifth one are my favorite episodes. I hope it continues to have this pacing. It doesn't have to be as fun as this episode or action-packed, but the characterization was fine. I like Rios. I like Rios a lot. I hope we see more of the Romulan guy. He was used for 1 or 2 jokes in this episode, but nothing else. That was kind of lame. I dislike the scene with Seven going akimbo style with 2 guns, like just walking slowly through enemy fire, just because it doesn't make any sense why she wasn't just shot in the face immediately. It was cool, badass, yeah, but it was too over the top, I think. I hope you like this review series. My name is Lee. I'm totally on board with this series now, so those of you who can't stand to listen to differing opinions, finally, I too like this series. I'm so excited for the next episodes. See you. Bye bye. Live long and prosper. Where's the stop recording thing? It's here.